Eco-taxi is one of the first steps in preparing the infrastructure of Astana for an international exhibition EXPO 2017. 109 years later, Milan will host the EXPO again, excursion into the past and look into the future. Taxi services are one of the many types of services that have become part of our lives. The taxi services industry has grown significantly in large cities, so has done the competition between the taxi service providers. This has resulted in services that can satisfy the most fastidious choices. Women's taxi, baby taxi, animal taxi, orthodox taxi and other taxi services do not surprise anyone any longer. Recently, Astana has introduced eco-taxi for the lovers of environmental conservation.
Запустили мы проект с 1 декабря 2013 года. 1 декабря мы сделали презентацию.
We launched the project on December the 1st by putting 20 cabs into operation during the first week. We have trained about 5 new drivers every day. At present, we have 35 cabs that provide taxi services. We have a day and night shift, each shift lasts for 12 hours. We do not have 24-hour shifts for security reasons. By the end of the year, we plan to introduce 100 more cabs.
До конца года планируем вывести 100 машин.
Presentation of the eco-taxi has become one of the first steps in preparing the infrastructure of the city for an international exhibition EXPO 2017. The first passenger of the EXPO taxi was the president of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev. The aim of the project is to create the largest taxi company in Astana that runs on environmentally friendly fuel.
Мы используем в качестве топлива, основного топлива, сжиженный газ.
Our vehicles run on liquefied gas. Gas cylinders are installed on each cab. Using liquefied gas is one of the ways of reducing harmful emissions into the atmosphere. Using liquefied gas for cars helps reduce the emissions by 40 to 50%.
В сжиженном газе снижаются выбросы в зависимости от качества газа на 40-50%.
Use of liquefied gas by eco-taxi will not only positively affect the ecology of Astana, but the pricing and tariffs of taxi services. 18 gas filling stations operate in the city presently.
Минимальный тариф у нас составляет 110 тенге за 1 километр.
The minimum fare is 110 tenge per 1 kilometer. So far, this is the best offer on the taxi market. The fare also depends on the class of the car. 110 tenge per 1 kilometer is the fare set for cabs that cost $10,000. We also have cabs that cost $25,000 and have airbags and comfortable seats. If you order those cabs, the start rates will be 600 tenge per 5 kilometer.
600 тенге, 5 километров включительно.
The eco-taxi managers have studied the New York cab experience before introducing their crossovers into the market. Almost the entire taxi fleet of New York City yellow cab is made up of cars of Ford Escape model. Those SUVs can easily cope with the problems of the quality of the road surface.
Мы видим внедорожник полноприводный.
The crossovers are very robust, reliable and safe. Currently, the taxi services of Astana offer the cabs of Lada Granta and other models that cost between 10 to 15,000 US dollars.
Это Lada Granta и другие модели автомашин.
The eco-taxi is a public-private partnership project. Its main objective is to create the largest taxi company in Astana that runs on eco-friendly fuel and focuses on passenger security. Eco-taxis are available in 2 cities, Almaty and Astana. In 2014, the eco-taxi fleet of Almaty will contain 250 cars. We operate under 2 brands, Eco-Taxi and Commander. The name of the taxi company here in Astana will remain as Eco-Taxi. The total number of vehicles in February 2014 will be 100 cars in Astana. By July, we will have 150 new cars. The implementation of these projects was made possible thanks to the state support. We are given a parking, We also have a special parking lots near the major shopping malls. We want to discuss some of the initiatives at Majelis meetings. We have developed the ways of fighting against illegal cabbies and few ideas on how to make these market efficient in accordance with international standards. The Milan International was a world's fair held in Milan in 1906, also titled as the Great Expo of Work. It received over 4 million visitors. 255 expo facilities covered 1 million square meters. Milan spent 12 million lira on organizing the event. The fair marked the opening of the Simplon Tunnel, the railway tunnel that connects Switzerland and Italy through the Alps. The exposition was focused on transport development, which was essential for the industrialization of Europe at that time. The fair was held in Sempion Park and Piazza de Armi, with the first location hosting fine arts displays and the latter industrial and engineering exhibits, along with the foreign pavilions. Besides Italy, the Netherlands, Austria, Germany, Belgium and France displayed the latest locomotives, wagons and other industrial exhibits. Germany, Russia, Switzerland, Japan, Mexico and the United States were also among the participants. The pleasant surprise of the fair was the chic aquarium that adorns the street of Milan till today. Egypt recreated one of its streets at the fair site, where a couple of Bactrian camels used to pace gracefully. Some foreign pavilions offered a tasting of national dishes and products. Chinese restaurant where the visitors could taste unusual delicacies and treats was one of the top attractions. The fair was also the first exhibition of aviation, which displayed the most recent Italian airships. The advertising of the expo was achieved through the use of steam balloons and airships. For those who wanted an adrenaline and were willing to pay, the organizers offered an opportunity to be lifted in the air on a tricycle. These short air journeys were loudly cheered by the admiring spectators. However, the Milan International of 1906 was not all perfect and couldn't avoid a force majeure. In one of the perfect summer days in the gallery of the Italian and Hungarian decorative art, a large fire broke out, destroying several buildings and pavilions. The fire was put down, and within a month the locals rebuilt the destroyed buildings and the exhibition was in full operation once again. The exposition lasted a little over 6 months, receiving a record number of visitors for that time. And now, 109 years later, the Italian city will once again host the World's Fair. At present, Milan is the most populous and prosperous city in Italy, the world center of fashion, design and trade. According to the official figures, its population is 7.5 million people. The new exposition site will occupy 1.5 million square meters of land. The approximate cost of the expo will be at least 14 billion euros. Milan expects to receive about 29 million guests who will be invited to immerse themselves in a variety of topics. However, the main idea that the fair will convey is that every person on the planet should have the right to have access to safe and environmentally friendly food.